Hello, my dear students. I welcome you to this session of Python programming. In today's session, I'm going to discuss some programs based on looping statements. So I've just taken some sample programs. So let us begin and write these programs and see how we can use the various looping statements to execute these programs. We'll first discuss the first program to print sum and product of all even numbers between two given numbers 10 and 100, both inclusive. Okay, so let's go to the Python interpreter and let me open a new file for you. Let's have a comment. A comment is always a good thing to be at the top of the program so that it tells us what the program is about. So to calculate the repeated sum of some things, we must initialize it first to 0. Similarly, to calculate a repeated product, we should first initialize it to 1. Then we can specify the range. A range is between 10 and 100, so I need to write here as between 10 and 101 because then it would be all the numbers between 10 and 100. And then I need to check whether I is even or not. Okay. To print sum and product of, or that was the problem, even numbers. Okay. So to check whether a number is even or not, you take its modulus with 2. So if I modulus 2 and the result is 0, this is true, then the number is even. So you can write here sum is equal to sum plus I, prod is equal to prod into I. Okay, and then outside this loop you can print the sum and you can print the product. You can write here product is. Okay, so obviously this loop will range from 10 to 100 and each number within that range is first checked. If it is even, if this condition is true, then it is added to the variable sum and is multiplied with the variable prod. Okay, so if I run this program, obviously I'm going to get a huge value as answer. Okay, we have made some mistake here. We have taken the full product. Okay, so we need to write here product and we need to write here product. Okay, so the answer product is a huge product because it is multiplying all numbers between 10 and 100. So if we need to check whether our logic is correct, is giving correct answer or not, let me take this range. So this is now going to find the sum and product of all even numbers between 10 and 13. That means 10 and 12. So the answer sum should be 22 and product should be 120. So if we run this, we get this answer. So that means our logic is correct. Fine. Let us now take up another problem from this list. Let's say to find to print the reverse of a number. Okay. Let's say to print the reverse of a number. So let me write a new program for you to print the reverse of a number. Okay. So what we do is to print the reverse of a number, we take its modulus with 10 repeatedly. Okay. For example, say if our number is 765. Okay. If I take its modulus with 10, okay, the answer is 5 for the first time. This 5 can be added to some, some variable can be taken here, initialize as 0, and then I can use this formula here. Okay, so obviously if you take here d is 5, so sum is 0, so we get the new value of s as 5. Then what we do is we remove the last digit from d. Okay, so 765 now becomes 76. This can be done with this floor division here. Okay, and then we can again calculate this d is equal to 76 percentage 10. The answer this time is 6, and this formula now becomes the new value of s is the old value of s is 5, so 5 into 10, 50 plus 6, 56. And then again we can repeat this, the floor division, okay. And then when I do this, I do 7 modulus 10, the answer is 7, and the sum now becomes 7, it is 56 into 10 plus 7, so that is 567. That is the reverse of the original number. So to take the reverse, we must repeatedly take the modulus of the number with 10 and keep on, truncating the last digit of the number by taking its floor division with 10. Okay, so I'll now formalize this into a code. What I can do is I can input a number, and obviously I need to either wrap it up in some data type, or I can just let the Python interpreter do it by the eval function. And then I can use a while loop, so that while n is greater than 0, I can take its modulus with 10 and use the formula that I discussed with you, and I can do the floor division of number with 10. And once we are out of the loop, the value of s is the reverse of the number. Okay, so let's run this program now. Save it as loop 99. So when I run this program and I'm asked to give a number, if I give a number, then the reverse is 567. Let's run it again with a bigger number, say, so I get the reverse. Okay, so this is how you can calculate the reverse of a number by writing a Python program. Let's now take another example, say to print whether a number is prime or not. A very important program for your concept building. So for that, I'm going to open a new program to check whether a number is prime or not. Okay. So let me just input the number. And to check whether a number is prime or not, what you can do is you can divide the number by all the numbers from 2 to half of the number. Okay, so if it is divisible by any number from 2 to its half, then it is not prime. Okay, and if it is not divisible, then it is prime. Say for example, take the example of 21. So 21, if you need to check whether 21 is prime or not, you take a loop from 2 to 10 and keep on, dividing 21 by 2, then 3, then 4. So if it is divisible by any of these numbers, it is not prime. If it is not divisible, then it's prime. So what we do here is we can take some flag variable just to indicate something in our program as 0, and then I can take a range, as I discussed with you, as this, from 2 to n by 2, okay, to the half of the number. And if the number is divisible, if n%i is equal to 0, that would mean that the number is divisible by any number between 2 and n by 2. Then I can set the flag as 1, and I can break the loop. I can terminate the loop here, because once a number is divisible, then there is no need to divide it with the remaining numbers. So once you are out, if your flag is 0, okay, that would mean that your number is prime, because flag 0 would mean, flag 0 here, it stays 0. That means that this if was never satisfied and flag was never turned as 1. So if flag is 0, you would write that number is prime. Okay, and else you can write, need to check the indent. Yeah, it's okay now. Number is not prime. Okay, so if your flag is 0, that means number is prime. If flag is not 0, that the number is not prime. You can put the value also here. If you really want to display the value here, you can put n here, and you can put n here. So let's now run this program. Some problem here. Yeah, we need to put the double equal to here. So let's enter a number 21. So number is not prime. Okay, let's input a number, say 97. So it will tell you number is prime. So in this way, you can write your programs using loops. While if you're using a while loop, then you need to specify a condition. If you're using a for loop, then you need to specify some range. That's all for today. In my next video with you guys, I'm going to discuss the break, continue, and the pass statements, and a few more programs based on loops. And then we'll start with the important concept of functions. So till then, keep watching. Thank you very much.